with 2025 coming to an end, let's do a ranking, the tier list of some of the 2025 movies I've seen. I said some because I did not watch every one of these movies. I mean, not everyone has seen all these movies, but there are some mainstream movies I missed. But let's take a look at the films I did see, and there are and most of these I've reviewed, but there are some that I did not do a review. So I'll tell you my thoughts on that quickly. Um, and we'll start out with Wallace and Gromit since that's the first movie I watched. Wallace and Gromit. That was pretty good. I got into the film because the short, not the short film, the Curse of the Were Rabbit movie. I thought that was a pretty good movie. I really liked it. So I decided to watch this film on Netflix. So yeah, I decided to watch that. Then we have Back in Action, which is Cameron Diaz's big return. It's alright, nothing too special. It was kind of a forgettable in a way. And I want to see these soon. Put the Wolfman and to some extent Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare. I'm curious about that film. Um, then we have Dogman, which I did not do a review, and that's because this is a movie mainly for my brother wanted to see this. It's not a movie I was super looking forward to. I mean, I kind of was excited for it, but I've read a bit of the books, but my brother's a huge fan of the books. He collects all of them. So this was a movie more for him than me. So that's why I didn't decide to do a review. But that was a fun little action adventure comedy. I really thought Dogman was a good protagonist. Thought Petey was a very amazing villain turned good guy. And I thought it was I really hope to see more of Dogman. Hopefully more of Captain Underpants. So I had a good time with the film. Now we have Companion, one of the interesting films of the year. I really like this film. I like the premise. I really like the performance of Sophie Tactor. It was a really awesome movie. I really liked it a lot. I thought Jack Quaid was great as the main villain. I thought the other companion, the male one, was really good one as well. I thought it was a kind of a suspenseful movie as well. It was an interesting movie. Um, then we have Captain America: Brave New World, the first superhero movie of 2025, and everyone's least favorite. And I can see why is I think it's fine. And the second watch is a little bit worse. It just feels weird that this is like Incredible Hulk 2 without Hulk, and the story overall was very generic. It is watchable, but it's not the greatest film. Is average. And Red Hulk was cool to see Red Hulk, but it was kind of sad. It was only for a few minutes. Um, the monkey, I haven't seen it, but it's on my I want to see this soon, and I'll probably watch it when Primate comes out, because that's also a monkey horror movie. So I might watch that very soon. Um, The Day the Earth Blew Up, another movie that I watched but did not do a review. I was gonna watch it in theaters, but for some reason I didn't. But I watched it on DVD around September, and I thought that was good. I really liked it. B plus. It was cool to see a 2D anime film about Looney Tunes. I thought Daffy and Porky were fun characters, and they're brothers technically. And I really liked the premise of the movie, where they have like guns or like alienish. That was a very fun movie. And I'm really excited. I don't know why Warner Bros. Was thinking of shelving this film in Coyote vs. Acme, which we'll get that next year, and I'm very looking forward to that film. I also wanna watch Novocaine as well. Then we have Odessa. Oh, no. Then we have Electric State. One of the films that stars Chris Pratt, Millie Bobby Brown, Giancarlo Esposito, and Anthony Mackie, and it's directed by the Russo brothers. It's okay. It's visually unique. Nothing too special. There was some decent action, and the acting was average. But it's not one of my favorite films. The Electric State. Odessa, on the other hand, I really liked that movie. I was surprised at how bad that film was. But I really liked the music. Sadie Singh was great in the movie. It was a surprise. It was one of the movies I went to film absolutely blind. Like, I did not know anything about it besides the poster and the cast. It was one of those blind movies. So, Odessa. Then we have Screamboat. Yeah, what a movie this was. This was a really bizarre movie. Of course, it's a Mickey Mouse horror movie. It's stupid, it's fun, is violent, is gory, it's kind of entertaining, especially from the kills and some of the cast members. One is played by Brooke, played by Kelly Hyman, Brooke from Terrifier 2. And I thought David Al Thornton was fun as Steamboat Willie. Is better than these ones, honestly. It's more enjoyable. So Screamboat, C plus, and much better than the Mousetrap, of course. Obviously. Then we have what I honestly gonna say. The best movie of the year, Sinners. I saw this in October for Halloween list, and I kind of regret not watching it in theaters because this movie was amazing. From the music, the cast, the visuals, the premise, the villains, the everything about this movie was perfect. I love this film. I saw it twice. I watched it again in November. It was still really, really good. I really loved Sinners. I highly recommend that film. So yeah, glad to have not missed Sinners. Then what we have Thunderbolts. Right here, the Marvel's hit, but not financially, but critically is like one of the better films, alongside Deadpool and Wolverine. I do think it's pretty good. It's a little bit worse at the second watch, but it's still a fun movie. I really enjoyed it for what it. I really enjoyed that movie. Enjoyed this film, Thunderbolts. So right here. So yeah, Thunderbolts. I want to watch The Surfers, the Nicolas Cage movie, the Australian film, and it stars Joe McMahon in his final film role. God rest his soul, R.I.P. Cole Turner. So that's on my list. Then we have Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. I doubt this is the conclusion of the series, but if it is the final story of Ethan Hunt, but not Mission Impossible, it's a solid conclusion. It's kind of emotional more than the other movies. Is entertaining. It has some fun action sequences. So I'll probably put it at A minus here. A minus tier. Oh, now we have three big ones that I've seen. Starting out with From the World of John Wick, Ballerina, and this movie didn't do well, which is kind of unfortunate. But this was an awesome movie. I thought Anna de Armas was amazing. Keanu Reeves is still great as John Wick for a few scenes that he's in. And it was a great continuation of the John Wick franchise. Takes place between John Wick 3 and 4. So, I highly recommend this film, Ballerina. Great movie. Then we have The Life of Chuck, which I also did not do a review, but I actually watched this movie yesterday for the first time yesterday at night. So I decided to watch it. It's a Mike Flanagan film that stars Tom Hiddleston, Chiwetel Ejiofor, Mark Hamill, Matthew Lillard, Karen Gillan, Carl Lumbly, Lauren Lavera, so many actors. Heather Langenkamp, Violet McGraw. And movie was super emotional. I really like the story about the life of Chuck, of the character, where he's like where at first and at the beginning he's like this. We see him in like posters and like TVs, but then we get to know him more about him, and like Act 2 and Act 1 about his flashbacks and stuff like that. It was a very emotional movie. I thought the young Chuck did an amazing job. The actor who played him, I really loved him in the movie. And Tom Hiddleston is great in the movie. I really like the dance sequences in the movie. I thought they were surprising because I didn't expect them to happen, but they were enjoyable. And I really liked Chiwetel Ejiofor in the film. I thought he was excellent in the movie. And so was Lumbly in the movie. It is one of my favorite films. And I think this is my first Mike Flanagan directed movie, because there's another Mike Flanagan film that I've seen this year. I'll get into that later. But yeah, I highly recommend The Life of Chuck. Very emotional film. Then we have Predator, Killer of Killers. Was a surprise movie. Is the first two Predator films this year, and one not released on Hulu is animated. It's an anthology film. And this movie was awesome. I really had fun with the film. It was very fun. It was a big surprise. And it shows how Trachtenberg is the perfect guy for this franchise. Yeah, put in A tier. Predator, Killer of Killers. Great title. Then we have Elio. I actually watched Elio on Disney Plus. I was one of many people that did not go to see this in theaters. I don't think most people didn't watch it in theaters. But I saw it on Disney Plus when it first dropped. I think a day after it. But I really liked that. That was cute. I thought it was adventurous. It was a very decent movie, and it should have had more attention than it had. Elliot, one of the Disney Plus most biggest surprise. I really like this film. I did not do a review of it, but I highly recommend the film. Elliot, I thought it was a unique idea. I really liked the planet. I really liked the Elliot character. Then we have wait, F1 is a movie I had to go see. Honestly, well, right here. So put F1 on the. I want to watch these soon list. But what I was about to say is Megan 2.0. I've seen this one, and it is fine, but it's a weird genre shift. Going from horror to an action comedy was a bizarre idea. Made for a fun movie, but it was also a weird one. It was one of the most bizarre movies of the year, to be quite honest. Probably, and it's hard to play which one I wanted to go to it, but probably put it at B minus tiers. It's fun, but still. Then we have Jurassic World Rebirth. A kind of divisive movie. Some people really liked it. Some people did not like the film, and I enjoyed it. I really liked it. I don't know if I loved the movie. I saw this movie in theaters. And I really enjoyed it for what it was. It's a fun entertainment. I'll put it at yeah, I'll put it at B plus tier. Then we have my second favorite film of the year, that being Superman. The first film in the James Gunn's DC universe, and it was an epic film. I saw this movie 3 times, twice in theaters and once on HBO Max, and I really enjoyed both of them. I thought David Cornsett was perfect as Superman. Nicholas Hoult was even more perfect as Lex Luthor. And yeah, I highly recommend Superman. It's like one of the best superhero movies of all time. One of DC's best, and James Gunn's probably James Gunn's best movie. So I put it at S tier alongside Sinners. So Sinners and Superman are my favorite films of the year. But we're not done. Then we have Fantastic Four and Happy Gilmore 2. I'll start with Happy Gilmore 2 since I watched this movie first. Happy Gilmore 2. So, oh, I forgot, Fear Street Prom Queen as well. I saw this movie too. This movie I had fun with the film. It was decent. I saw all 3 of the Fear Street movies in preparation for this film. And it was alright. I thought it was a fun slasher film. Nothing too special about it. But it had some decent kills. And also, but Plankton movie as well. Much superior than the Sandy Cheeks movie. The animation is still off, but I thought it was an interesting movie. The Plankton movie. Put it behind Megan 2.0. I will not give my full thoughts on these movies that I reviewed. You can check out the reviews of the movie in my channel. But where was it? Where's Happy? Oh, there's Happy Gilmore 2. It was a funny movie. I was surprised how people hated the film, and I kind of understand that. I mean, killing Virginia very early in the movie was a weird thing to do. If I'm gonna be honest. But it was funny, and there was some funny moments in the movie. I thought Bad Bunny was funny. Adam Sandler sometimes was funny, and there was some decent cameos. Way too many cameos. And I wouldn't be surprised if some of them would age bad, but it was funny. I'll put it out here. But getting back on Fantastic Four, and Clown in the Cornfield as well. I watched this movie Monday, December 29. I thought it was a very decent horror film, slasher film about killers wearing friendo clown suits, and it was a very decent horror film, slasher film from Shudder. So yeah, put it at B minus over here. And it was a creepy film. I thought Friendo was a creepy killer clown. Not as much as Art or Pennywise. And I thought the characters were likable enough. I thought they were likable characters. And I thought the kills were very good. Now we're gonna talk about Fantastic Four: First Steps. I think the only Marvel's success in 2025, since Brave New World didn't do well financially or critically, and Thunderbolts didn't do well financially, but Fantastic Four did well, making $500 million, which is kind of nice. And I really like this film. I like a lot. Is honestly is between this and 2005, where is my favorite Fantastic Four movie. But so I put it at A minus tier. Fantastic Four First Steps. And I really like the Dark Galactus was very decent, and excited for the post-credit scene with Doctor Doom. Then we have War of the Worlds. That movie obviously goes to S tier. I mean, it's obviously the best movie of the year. Everyone can agree that it is. I mean, like it is like everything wrong about this movie. Of course, it's an F tier. I don't think I need to explain this. I watched this movie because I noticed everyone was talking about it, so I decided, I want to watch it too. And it was terrible. I kind of felt bored about it. But it was kind of funny bad at times and kind of embarrassing bad when the product placement came in. So yeah, no surprise. War of the Worlds is the worst movie of the year, 2025. Um, Poor Ice Cube. Um, I also want to see The Naked Gun. I did a trailer reaction, but I did not want to go see the movie for reasons. I missed a couple of movies that August and September. The last movie I've been to theaters after Fantastic Four was Fantastic Four First Steps. Honestly, um, so let's, yeah, uh, oh, Eeny Meeny. I also saw this movie on the 28th. No, the 29th. I watched Clan of the Cornfield on the 29th as well. I watched Heat, Clan of the Cornfield, and Eeny Meeny uh, on the 29th. And I really thought it was okay. I really thought it was sometimes fun. I really like Samara Weaving. And I really thought it was average. I thought I had fun with the film. It was fun. It was easy. It was interesting. It was okay. And then we have Weapons, which I just watched. I don't think anyone can disagree with me, but I really think this movie is really good. It's scary. I really like the story structure where they have focus on different characters. And I thought the performance like Julie Gardner and of course actors who plays and Gladys was amazing. One of the best parts of the film. So that will not go on the S tier, but it will go on A plus tier alongside The Life of Chuck. So I guess Sinners, Superman, The Life of Chuck, and Weapons are my 4 favorite films of the year. Huh. Interesting. Now where more of these? Shelby Oaks. Frankenstein and Shelby Oaks. So, Frankenstein was awesome. I really like Frankenstein. Of course, I saw this movie when it came out on Netflix, but it was awesome. I really like Oscar Isaac in the movie. Jacob Elordi was excellent as the monster. Mia Goth was really good as apparently the bride, or the bride before she became the bride of Frankenstein. It was and visually the movie looked amazing. Like it looks amazing. I really, really, really love Frankenstein. So I highly recommend that film. So yeah, Frankenstein. You know what? I put it in S tier. Never mind. So Sinner, Superman, Frankenstein, The Life of Chuck, and Weapons. So what else will we have? Oh, and Shelby Oaks, Chris Stockman's debut. It was a scary movie. I really thought he made it for a. Thought he did the best he could. I was really immediately hooked in the film with the found footage style visuals and the interviews. That was a very spooky way to start the film. I really enjoyed the journey of Mia trying to find her sister. And I didn't thought the ending was good, but it was. But I thought Shelby Oaks was a decent start to Chris Dugman's career as a filmmaker. I really want to see more of what he does. So that goes to B tier, B plus tier. Oh, and I also forgot another one. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is that movie? Give me a second. I'm trying to find Death of a Unicorn and see where it is. Oh, and I also forgot Until Dawn. As a horror movie is decent, but as an Until Dawn movie is a very unfaithful movie adaptation of the game. So it's an interesting premise, but it's not Until Dawn. I played the game in preparation for the movie. It was not my favorite video game adaptation. So that goes to C tier Until Dawn. Be honest. But where's the Death of a Unicorn? Oh, right there. I watched this movie at the plane when I was going to see my family on late June, so I did not do a review of this film, but it was but I thought it was funny. I thought Paul Rudd and Jen Ortega were fun. I thought the unicorn monster was very hideous, and I thought some of the kills were very impressive. For a unicorn, I really thought this was an interesting film. So yeah, Death of a Unicorn, where a unicorn gets brought back from the dead and starts killing people. So Tron Ares I haven't seen, but I've seen Predator Badlands and The Running Man. Predator Badlands is a great installment to the Predator franchise. I don't care what Drinker or Kinoflex thinks of it. I really enjoyed this film. I really thought Deck was a very awesome main character. Unique idea to have Predator as the main character. I thought Thea was funny, and I thought as Tessa she was alright. Elle Fanning as a decent twist villain. Visually the film looked really interesting, like Planet Gena and like Yautja Prime. It is a visually well done movie. I thought the action sequences were awesome. It was one of the most fun films of the year. So yeah, put it on A plus. But The Running Man, which I did not do a review of the movie, but I did a old versus new video of 1987 and 2025 movie. With the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, and this was a much superior film. I thought Glenn Powell was awesome. I really thought Josh Brolin was intimidating. I thought the premise was very cool. And the movie kind of falls off in the third act, and the supporting characters were generic characters. We don't get to know too much about the characters that he allies with, but I really enjoyed The Running Man. So put it on B minus tier. So yeah, here it is. So there we go. Let me check if there's movies I missed. No, it doesn't seem like. kind of want to watch the Smashing Machine as well. But we have Zootopia 2, FNAF 2, Silent Night, Deadly Night. Yeah, and yeah. So these are the last three movies I watched this year. I haven't seen Avatar or SpongeBob because I did Disney on because I went to Disney on Ice, so I couldn't. I didn't have money. We didn't have. My parents didn't have money to buy that for that movie. Those two movies by Disney. Zootopia 2. And it was really good. I really like Zootopia 2. It's a great continuation of the first film and a little bit better. I think better than the first one. I really like the premise. I thought the chase sequences and action scenes were fun. The animation was superior, of course. I thought the villains were much better than the one from the first movie. I really like the chemistry between Nick and Judy Hopps. It was one of the best Disney has put out. So I put it at A plus. I'll be honest, A plus. FNAF Five Nights at Freddy's 2. I like the first film, but I was not a big fan of this movie. I didn't like the plot. Wayne Knight was unlikable. They underutilized Matthew Lillard and Skeet Ulrich. And some of the jump scares got me, but and the story was very basic, and I didn't like the new villain. I thought he was generic. It was not one of my favorite films, and I'm not sure what I'm gonna feel about the third movie. The movie gets made. I mean, this movie made money, but I'm not. But who knows? Yeah, this third film will get made. So D tier, and so we have the last film I watched in 2025, Silent Night, Deadly Night, the remake, which I gotta say was a decent. I gotta say was a decent end to watch these in 2025. It was a fun slasher film. It's a Christmas film that's a remake of the original 1984 film that was controversial, which I watched and reviewed 2 days before the remake, and I watched the Garbage Day sequel, because I had to. Of course, when you think of Silent Night, Deadly Night, you think of the Garbage Day scenes from Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2. It was terrible. But I really enjoyed Silent Night, Deadly Night remake a lot. I really thought it was a fun slasher film. I really like Rowan Campbell in the movie. So I do recommend Silent Night, Deadly Nights, the remake. So yeah, I guess that's it. That wraps up my 2025 tier list. A lot of movies I missed, but a lot of movies that I really enjoyed. So here's my tier list. Wait, give me a sec. So never mind. But yeah, so here's my tier list of the movies I watched throughout 2025. So the best are Sinners, Superman, Frankenstein, Life of Chuck, Weapons, Predator, Badlands, Utopia 2, Companion, Fantastic Four, Belina, Predator Killers, Final Reckoning, Thunderbolts, Dogman, Shelby Oaks, The Day the Earth Blew Up, The Running Man, Odessa, Clown in the Cornfield, Death and the Unicorn, Silent Night, Deadly Night. Never mind. Wallace and Gromit, Vengeance Most Foul, Elio, Eeny Meeny, Megan 2.0, Plankton the Movie, Happy Gilmore 2, Screamboat, Captain America Breaking the World, Fiercely Prom Queen, The Electric State, Back in Action, Until Dawn, FNAF 2, and War of the Worlds, and some other movies I have to see. So let me know, comments below, what movie is your favorite in the comments, and see you next year. So peace out. Bye. What is your favorite film of 2025 from this list or from this list?